The film starts with the hero of the story, Mason, who is an army officer and tells us about himself that I have always been the best in every field of life and I served the country by working in the army for many years. I was the best officer of my team. I took a lot of training to make this name and become a good officer. After achieving a lot of success, I married my friend, whom I liked. We had a daughter, after which I went on a mission with my team, where we had to kill the president of another country, whose name is Johann. That's why we reached his country, to clean it. When we were going down by helicopter, we were suddenly attacked. The helicopter exploded and all my companions died. Now I came down by helicopter. In this incident, my life was saved, but I have never been able to get out of that pain. I am a victim of depression, because I have lost the purpose of my life. While telling all these things, we are shown Mason, who was looking very sad. He was looking at his army stuff. Then he takes care of himself and comes out and meets his wife and daughter, who had now grown up. Now Mason left his daughter at school and went to his office, where a man had come with his case. My wife always had a fight with me. And now, because Mason works as a lawyer, he explains everything to her and sends her from there. But he was not happy with his work. When he was alone, he sits with his head held high, because he was missing his army days. Now a companion of Mason, who was also a very good friend of his, came to meet him. These two used to be together in the army too. They get along very well. And his companion tells Mason that you will have to come with me. I have to talk to you about something important. After which he brought him to his agency. Mason's companion tells him that I have made this security agency, in which I give security to all the people in the world who want to take from us. But now I am looking for a special person here. Mason asks, who? Then he replies that you're. Upon asking the reason, his companion tells him that a reporter from our country is going to another country to interview President John, and I want you to go there as a guard of that reporter. On which Mason refused, saying that I can't do this. His companion says that I know this job is difficult for you, but in return, I will give you $20,000. There is not much work. You will have to finish this interview in just one day and come back. Now Mason is going on TV. He watches the interview of President John, in which he says that the enemies of our country will come from other countries, hooligans and terrorists, etc. So we will finish them. Upon hearing this, Mason asks, then what do we have to finish with this? His companion says no, just have to take the interview, and come back after a few hours. Yes, I know that this President John has killed your entire group. That's why you are not going. But don't think so much. The work is work. On which Mason agreed. He asks, okay, who do I have to take with me? His companion says that the female reporter, who is very famous. After which, that reporter was shown, where she was being awarded. But the next day, she is also insulted a lot on the media. She often wears short sleeves in her reports. And Mason is also watching all this interview. Mason comes home and prepares. And when he started leaving, his wife asks, where are you going? Mason tells that I am going for my security work for a day. His wife is sad and says that you have changed a lot. Don't give us time. And don't even love like before. Now if you are going, then come back the way you were before. After which Mason left here, and comes and meets the reporter. Then when these two were sitting in the plane, then Mason watches some more interviews of the reporter, which also had some funny jokes. He liked it a lot. He was watching that suddenly the reporter came there. She asks that, are you still watching my interviews? Are you keeping an eye on me? Mason replies that no, there is nothing like that. I was just watching how you work. The reporter says that what you think. It doesn't matter to me or anyone else. I am very famous, because I have taken a lot of big interviews, and I bring the right and wrong things in front of the world. After which these two reach their destination, another country, and the president comes and meets Mason and the reporter. He praised the reporter a lot. After which these people started leaving by sitting in the car. Here there was a lot of security with President John. He tells these people that the people of this city love me a lot. Now John and the reporter were talking. After which Mason was getting bored listening to them. But then suddenly there was one after another explosion here, in which John's security cars started moving. There were a lot of big explosions, and a lot of people were killed. After seeing this, the three of them got very scared. Mason became very quiet, and then the terrorists who were hooligans, They come and start shooting at their cars. After seeing this, Mason came to his senses and quickly came to the front seat and started driving the car himself. He sends the reporter back. Now the goons who were coming in front of him, he was hitting them with the car, and in this way he killed all the goons. Then another car of the goons starts coming from the front, in which Mason hits them hard with the car. The goon came out and fell. He was injured in the car and he died. After killing everyone, he got out of the car. Here John and the reporter were very surprised to see Mason's fighting skills. John praises him a lot. That you are very brave. You are a one-man army. That is, you can attack the big team of the enemy alone. Mason liked it, but he says hurry up. There is no time for these things. We should get out of here. He also tells John that this is your job. The reporter was very excited. She says that this is a big opportunity for me. The president has been attacked, and somehow I have to take this interview. Mason says that first of all it is important to save our lives. We should get out of here and then do the interview. After that, this peddling continues. Mason comes to the jungle and calls his partner. He tells him that we have been attacked, and right now we are trapped in the jungle. His partner says that you will have John's team with you. She will help you, on which Mason tells him that they are all dead. Hearing this, his partner was very surprised. He says that for a while I will send my team there. John calls Mason and asks him for a phone, after which we see John's niece who was getting ready, because he thought that John must have been killed in the attack, and now his nephew was preparing to take his place, because he was the one who attacked John. Here comes the general who used to control the entire army. He praises John's nephew here, and then he got a call from John. As soon as he found out that he was alive, his nephew was very worried. He asks, "Where are you guys?" John tells him that I am trapped in the jungle, but here I have a very brave man with me, who can take on enemies alone. His nephew says that stay there. I will send my team there. After the call is over, the general tells John's nephew that he should not survive this time. There John tells them that my nephew is sending his team, so we should stop here and wait for them. Hearing this, Mason says that I do not believe in your people, so we can't be stupid enough to stop here with you. Saying this, Mason takes the reporter with him and moves forward. She tells the reporters that this is a very good opportunity for me. Let me interview John. Mason explains to her that John himself is very dangerous. And secondly, his life is also in danger. We can also get into trouble like this. The reporter gets angry that I do not care about anything. My career is sinking. If I interview John, it will be a good thing for me. Mason says that if I get another chance, I will do it. And now when she was moving forward, a helicopter comes down, which attacks them as soon as it sees them. She quickly started running in the jungle, and stopping at one place, Mason is able to control his fear. He moves the sniper gun towards the helicopter and sets his target, and shoots and blows up the whole helicopter, after which a goon comes and moves forward quietly to attack them. But Mason comes from behind and grabs him. He strangles him and kills him. But now another goon comes and grabs Mason and puts a gun on him. Before he could shoot, John came from behind. He shoots at the goon's chest and kills him. After giving the gun, Mason asks John, "Where did you get this gun from?" John said that I always have it. As a security, I keep it with me. In a short while, John's nephew also comes with his companions, and seeing the bad condition of his team's helicopter, he got very angry. Here he had joined hands with the big goons of this country, that is, the head of the goons, so that he can attack his Uncle John again and finish him off. The head of the goons tells John's nephew that I had already sent a lot of people to kill him, as you said, but everyone was killed. And now I will send my big team to kill him again. This is my job. Let me do it my way. I don't like interference in this at all. On which John's nephew agrees. The reporter tells Mason that you are very good. I spoke to you in anger. Forgive me for that. Mason tells him that I have already come here, where my whole team was killed last time. And now I have come to this mission by leaving my family and leaving them alone. He feels that I don't pay attention to him. I don't love him. Although there is no such thing. I love him very much. I care for him. But he doesn't understand this. And because of these things of his, I don't pay attention to my work. I am getting useless. The reporter says, "No, there is nothing like that. Your companion is also my F.